The best gift I have ever gotten at a white elephant was here, and it was one of those commercial industrial-sized toilet papers.
Oh, yeah.
Which was like, what in the world? But then, jokes on them, it turned into 2020. And then I sold that bad boy.
This is the On Air, Off Air podcast.
Woo-hoo.
Welcome. This is where some of your favorite river DJs, or maybe you're not favorite, I don't know what you
Chad.
like, or Chad, get together and chat. People who maybe normally wouldn't be in a room together, chat about things that have happened on the air, on the river, and now this is happening off the air.
Yeah.
And there's where the name makes sense. So I'm Hailey. I'm part of the River Afternoon Show. We've got Josh here from the All New River Morning Show, Chad from the All New River Morning Show, and so exciting, Shannon does overnights on the river.
And renew Sunday mornings.
Fabulous.
Nice.
The fun time.
So raise your hand if you have your Christmas tree up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hands are raised.
100%.
Don't have a Christmas tree.
Would it be up if you had one?
Shannon doesn't
No.
believe in Christmas trees.
I am not a Christmas person, actually.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
You don't love Jesus.
Do you love salvation? Are you a fan of eternal life?
Listen, I grew up with a dad whose favorite phrase was bah humbug, and my aunts were like, Christmas gifts everywhere. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm like, I will wear a sweater, I'll listen to a playlist of like 10 Christmas songs, and I'm done.
And then
Do
you're
you
good.
like Christmas gifts?
I do like Christmas gifts, and
Okay.
I'm very much a big gift giver.
Yeah, I was
will
gonna
give
say.
big gifts.
Okay.
Okay.
but-
You're allowed to stay.
As long as you'll get us stuff, that's fine.
So
works.
I don't know. You might have to revert to childhood a little bit to answer this question. But I'm curious. I genuinely I ask my friends this usually every year. What is your favorite ornament on your Christmas tree? And maybe it is an ornament that you had in childhood, or now it's got a special memory with it. Like, no wrong answers on this. So
You know,
whoever wants to start
yeah.
first. Well, yeah.
When I tell you where I got it from, you'll be like, wrong answer, next. It's an ornament from my childhood that I still have now. My parents, when I graduated and moved out of the house,
So it's like 100 years old.
they gave it to me. Thank you.
Vintage.
It's from Avon.
I love Avon.
Okay, all right. It's one of those little fuzzy bears on a tricycle. It's on a red metal tricycle.
Does the tricycle move?
It does. It
Love
does.
that.
My mom wouldn't let me play with it though because I was rough. So
it's an
that's why it has lasted this long. I got
Now at night, he like gets it off the tree and he's like,
Secretly.
Is it like super tiny?
No, it's pretty big.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those tricycles that has a real big front wheel.
Okay.
Like the old school. And I still have it now, and I place it very carefully every year. It's a boy and his bike, and I feel like a kid again putting that thing out.
Did you ever name the bear?
No, I don't do those kinds of things. I have friends who name
You
cars.
should name him Teddy.
No, it's just an ornament.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me, but not to give it a name. So
Okay, fine.
that's my favorite one.
That's cool though that you have it still from. Because do you remember how old you would have been when you got it?
I would have been 7.
Wow.
So I got it in 1986, which you two weren't born. Chad was 2.
Didn't even exist yet.
Yeah. So
do you want to give people our social security numbers too, Josh?
What's your
yours
mother's maiden
starts with a
name?
666, pal.
Wow.
Don't make fun of my bear.
Yeah, I was born in Ohio.
Do you think you'll pass it down like a family heirloom?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Do you think your kids will want it, or it's just you're like, take
They're like,
this?
thanks, Dad.
They'll be the ones that destroy it next. We're just like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh,
I have
there you
Used to
go.
be a tricycle, now it's just a bike.
It's a unicycle now.
I have one sentimental child, and he would want it because he liked cars and those kinds of things when he was little, like I did. So he would use it or want it. The others would be like toss, and that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
They'll end up with their own stuff for their own kids. So
Yeah.
you ain't gotta fake me out. It's fine.
That's sweet.
Whatever.
I like it.
Here you go. I'll go next. I have 3 favorite Christmas tree ornaments.
Wow, you would. You
That's
would.
not what she asked.
It's okay. You
It's
can tell
hard
us
to
about
pick-
them all.
It's hard to pick one because
ahead.
my kids made them for me.
All right. All right.
Wow, you're gonna throw that card out
One
there.
says it's a blue ornament and it says number 1 dad
Oh,
that they hand painted.
And you
The
believe
next
that?
I don't believe that. but they don't know that many people. So they're like, this guy's like, he's got to be one of the best.
That's all they got right now.
Yeah. Well, they get older, they're going to take that back and smash it with a hammer.
Yeah.
And then my next one would be it's a little soccer ball because my middle daughter knew that I like soccer. And so she wanted to get me a soccer ball.
Sweet.
And then my son, he made that last year preschool? He made one, it was him in an elf costume and it's his face in like this cartoon. And I'm like, this is the funniest thing ever. And he's like, can I put it on the tree? My wife is like, no. And I'm like, no, we're putting it up high.
Yeah,
on the top.
Way
Yes.
up there.
Forget the
Pride and
angel,
joy.
forget the star. We're going with both.
All the way up there.
I love
love
that. Do your kids tend to make a lot of ornaments?
Every year.
Yeah.
Every year. There's a lot of stuff that we're like, oh, look at that. You did so good. Put it in the bucket.
Yeah.
That's your memory jar you'll take with you when you leave here.
Yes. Love it.
So I'll be in the middle. You had 1, you had 3, I have 2.
Okay.
But you don't have a tree.
Is it a Star Wars themed?
Is she even
No.
allowed in this conversation? There's
Do you
no
actually
tree.
have ornaments with no tree?
I've made ornaments before.
Oh, okay,
So one of
cool.
the ornaments that I made is like, I don't like being like, I don't just like having like trendy things. Like I want to set that. So I like making ornaments. I made a set of ornaments for my aunts and my mom for Christmas one time. And I learned how to glitter the inside of the bulb and actually take the ribbon and like rib it. So it just kind of looked like swirls. And it was like my pride and joy when I was
Nice.
13.
Neat.
It was the best thing ever. And I was just like, this is so cool. I could do this more. This is fun.
Just show off.
I'm my own little Etsy.
Was
It
that the
fun.
beginning of your craftiness, or were you
It was
crafty
only
before
just the start.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have grown more and more from that. I felt like that was like a stretching little craft for me to experience. But my other favorite ornament, because I never got a lot of these fun ornaments before, is the ones that talk. And I have a Winnie the Pooh one
Oh.
with Piglet and Pooh. And it's just like, will we always be together? And it's like, we'll always be together when the stars in the sky. And just
Aw.
like, it's super cute and adorable. And I got that when I was like, what, 15? And like, it wasn't when I was a little kid. It was
Yeah.
just like, I finally got one that talks.
Was it
I got it on Amazon.
was it something that you picked out, or someone got it for you?
Oh, I totally picked it out.
Aw. That's so fun.
It's very sweet.
That
and
made
I
me
play
hot
it.
happy.
She knows exactly what she likes. So it's
Yeah.
really hard to trust somebody else to get you a gift. Why not just get yourself a gift? Because you know what you
It's
like.
True. Okay, that's the joke in my family, because both my parents are notoriously hard to buy for, because when they want something, they just go buy it for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
And my dad's always like, well, I get myself the best gifts to me from me. Who knows what I like better
Right.
than me?
Yeah.
Did you ever knit a Christmas ornament or crochet? Because which one do you do? Remind me.
I do both.
Oh, both. Okay.
But I never made knit or crochet an ornament, but I know how to.
Okay. So when you
fun.
get your own Christmas tree, you'll be set. You could knit your Christmas tree.
Wow.
Well, that is a whole challenge in of itself. I'm
Wow.
going to look that up on Pinterest later.
Where's Shannon been for the last 3 years?
She's like, I'm done.
She's knitting and taking care of her cats.
Yeah.
I became a cat lady, but I've got it finished. Nice.
I love it.
How about you?
Yeah, so mine was also hard to pick, but I think I have to go with, preface. My husband and I have a tradition when we travel, we get a Christmas ornament.
I love
and
that.
so I know a lot of people do that. But it's really fun because then every year when we're decorating, it feels like opening this little time capsule because we're like looking at all
Remember
the
the time we went to the
things and-
Speedy Q gas station? Do you remember that?
Wow.
Oh, it's so precious.
Everything
You got
is
me a
so
Slurpee?
so sentimental with them.
I know. So I think
Arby's.
Love it.
We go a lot of places.
The
We're
ornament
well
says we got
traveled.
the meats.
It's the 10-gallon hat.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
That's amazing.
The first one, though, I think that we got was probably on our honeymoon. We went to Key West, Florida, and Ernest Hemingway lived there for a good bit of his life.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. So there's the Hemingway house there, and it's super cool. We went and got an ornament, and it's still one of my favorites. It's just like, it looks like the house, and it says Hemingway house, and it's just a fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, it just reminds me of that time. And I mean, so honestly, all of the ornaments that we've gotten that have commemorated trips or special occasions, like my husband is a park ranger, and when he got commissioned, I got him an ornament of like the little ranger hat.
Yeah.
So like that one's really fun. I don't know.
And
We just
Yogi
have
the bear.
he has a Yogi the Bear.
course he does.
Listen, this is the weirdest thing.
does.
It's from his childhood.
No
and
way.
a couple
Even
years ago,
better.
his parents wrapped it and gave it to him, and we're like, remember this? Full circle.
Wow.
Full
That's
circle. So we
fantastic.
actually do have a Yogi the
I
Bear
have a
ornament.
clown ornament from my childhood.
That's also full circle. And now I'm
Full circle.
scared. Now I'm
It was
scared.
foreshadowing and no one knew.
Is it one of those sad clowns? Because those are the worst.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's nightmare fuel.
why are you doing that, man?
I love this time of year because it's just full of the memories, but it's also full of stress, at least
Yep.
for me, because I stress about getting the perfect gifts for the people in my life.
Oh, for the people. I would say I stress about getting the perfect gifts too. Because it's like,
you
what
better
did you
not,
get me?
better not give me something I don't want.
That's right. That's right.
No, but I also tend to do this even with things that are supposed to be silly and fun, like the white elephant gift exchange, because it never feels like you have one, whether it's at a work party or with your family or whatever. And I was actually looking this up. Do you guys know? I'll just throw it out there. Like why it's called white elephant, where that came from?
idea.
Not at all.
Because
But
I
I'm
had
actually
no
just really
clue.
excited that you know.
Yeah,
That you know.
I just got a little curious, so I went to the Google, and it's supposedly the legend is that there was this Thai king who would do this. He would give people literal white elephants. They were like albino
That's
elephants,
nice.
I guess.
Actual animals.
What?
Actual animals.
Right.
But if having one of these things, they're wildly expensive to maintain, and like you can't get rid of it because they're considered kind of sacred or
Okay.
something. And so
Interesting.
it was a way that if the king didn't like you, he could financially ruin you by gifting you a white elephant. That's the legend.
this
Apparently,
is giving me all kinds of
I was
good
saying,
ideas
I'm
this
gonna
year.
go talk to the folks at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Give me anything you got, albino.
yeah. I don't know if it's true,
Go for
but
it.
that's the legend.
Is it something you can do with financial aid? You can like transfer your student
yeah.
loans to somebody. Be like,
Oh, absolutely.
here's
That'd
my
be funny.
wedding gift.
Merry Christmas.
My student debt.
Have fun with that. So that's apparently where it originated and why it's become this silly thing.
okay.
And then it kind of evolved into bring something that you have that is of value, but it has no value to you. So it's a way to get rid of things that you're not using, but maybe somebody else could use. And then of course we know it's just evolved into who can bring the wackiest,
The most insane
craziest,
thing.
wildest. So I know
Yes.
that I have been on the receiving end and giving end of some pretty wild white elephant stuff, but have you guys ever either gotten or given or just seen or heard of a really crazy white elephant gift?
So I haven't done a ton of white elephant stuff. That's not a thing. It was a youth group game, and even then, it was kind of tame. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I've heard some crazy stories, but I need to find something crazier. So I found a couple crazy ones.
Okay, I'm ready because
And
I
you know-
need some ideas for this year.
This one is a little much.
So it'll be just right for Chad, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Not enough.
Nobody likes bugs, but everybody likes terrariums. But you could mix the two together. There is a grow your own spider kit.
Nope.
Nope, I'm out.
All right.
I'm out.
It's a cute little
Been a great
terrarium.
episode, Shannon. There's the door.
Does it come
Good
with a
having
fire
ya.
pit? That you can just-
No, like you have to provide that for yourself, your own wood,
Jeez.
fire starter. But it's like literally day one, it's like, oh, they're cute little baby eggs. And then it goes to the next one. It's like, oh, that was fast because they hatched. And
What
it was just
kind of spider?
craziness. I have-
like a tarantula?
I have no
Like a
idea, and I
big-
don't want to
matter?
know.
Is it a big boy?
I-
Well, it does because I don't want it. Period. But
Yeah.
like daddy long leg is much more doable than like a
Yeah,
tarantula.
but the thing is, like a tarantula, it's harder to lose.
But it doesn't matter.
The bigger they are, the harder they are
Have
to
you
lose.
seen Home Alone?
I have.
It's
I have.
easy to lose.
That was there's a lot of things that are going on in that movie. You're like, can't happen, but that's neither here nor there.
Yes, correct.
I wouldn't wish that gift on my greatest or my worst enemy, which I don't have, but I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
Shannon,
Greatest
whatever you
worst
do,
enemy.
do not buy that for the river white
Oh,
elephant.
no, never, never.
Because someone's going to throw it and then they'll escape.
Yeah,
Exactly. We don't need them.
spiders on the
There
loose.
have been some pretty epic white elephant gifts inside this building.
It's true.
Oh, yes.
From beard hair
Yes,
to
in a bag.
dead fish.
Yes.
To a $2 gift card inside a boot, inside a bag of macaroni and cheese. Like by the time you finally got to the gift card and there's nothing on it, it's like, wow,
You're like, what was that?
that was a fantastic time.
That was a
'Cause it-
waste of time.
it
Here's
sounded
have
like
a
this.
drink to Starbucks and it smells like cheese.
I remember that. Ugh. What about you, Chad? Have you ever given?
no.
I feel like you've probably been the giver of something
You know,
crazy.
I wish I was better at being creative in this space, and I'm not. I have a hard time giving a gift that
Period.
That's well, yeah, full stop. That isn't like something that somebody wants. So I have a hard time doing that. But I think honestly, we were doing something on the show this week and next. We're giving away goofy gifts on the morning show.
I love it so much.
And we gave away this morning, as of this recording, we gave away a giant tortilla blanket.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I think that makes a really great white elephant gift.
Have you ever asked Jace about his history with a tortilla blanket?
No, but now I'm going to.
I'll just spoil it for you.
Fantastic.
One year at a loss for what to get his wife for Christmas, he decided, what would be the perfect thing?
Wow.
A tortilla blanket.
Oh no.
These are thoughts men should not have.
Because he thought she'll think this is funny and
loves
cute
Chipotle.
and she'll love it. And she opened it and was a little bit like, huh,
Oh no.
okay, tortilla blanket.
You think of me as food.
Thanks. And I guess they still have it, but it's kind of a sore subject to bring it out.
Wow.
Well, good thing it's going to live here forever on this recording.
That's right.
Love that.
Posterity.
We've talked about it on the show many, many times, and I never like to let him forget it. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm awful at finding something funny to give. I can't. I'm not a practical joker. I can't think in puns. I'm not a dad joke guy. I just can't. So I tried one time to give what I thought was a funny gift, and I went and I raided my basement pantry of all of the cans of food that were like 10 years old.
Oh, goodness
and I put them in a
gracious.
box and put gravel around it, so it was super heavy.
Oh my goodness.
What?
And the person who got it was like, all right. And no one laughed. And we just moved on. And that person knew that they were done because you can like steal them or whatever. Like if somebody gets a good gift, like he's like, well, I was the third to open a gift and now this is not fun for me at
This
all.
is mine forever.
Was that at
It
the
was
river?
here. It was here. It was a long time ago. I feel still bad. Not bad for the
Remember,
person who got
Josh
the
was
gift.
born in the 70s.
Many, many moons ago.
Right. I feel bad that it wasn't funny. Like I failed. Although the best gift I have ever gotten at a white elephant was here, and it was one of those commercial industrial sized toilet papers.
Oh, yeah.
Which was like, what in the world? But then, jokes on them, it turned into 2020. And then I sold that bad boy
That is stellar.
for like dollars on
You
the dollar.
sold it?
No, I didn't. I could have, though. I used it. What are you talking about?
I was going to
It's
say.
like, honey, look, you don't have to go to Kroger for 3 months. Look what we can do. we didn't have a dispenser for it, so we left
They
it right.
grabbed it strip by strip and smelled it like smells like cat.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my goodness. And
This
you
right
had
here.
6 people in your home.
We have 6 people, and so I was a popular dad that year.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Look what I've done for you.
Guess what's in your stocking?
Well, we didn't know then.
That's fair.
It was an Easter gift that year.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
all those Easter eggs.
I love that.
Jesus unwrapped himself from that, and here it is.
Let's
Okay,
save this for later.
it's the Shroud of Turin. All right, enjoy. So,
What reference is that? That is
you
like.
haven't heard of that?
No.
Okay, so we're going to go on a deep dive real quick. The Shroud of Turin is like what people think were the burial clothes of Jesus.
Okay.
It's got this bloody outline of a
If
person
you read the Bible, you would.
with forehead wounds, a side wound, hand and feet wounds, and so it looks like someone who was crucified with a crown of thorns.
But it was like a real thing that was uncovered.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, so it wasn't in the Bible. I retract
Like a
it.
real body.
It was not in the Bible. The body wasn't there. They just found this thing, which is why a lot of people think it's a hoax.
I see.
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not.
Okay.
Because now I feel like I'm going to get struck by lightning one way or
If
the
you go
other.
to Josh's YouTube channel,
Nope,
it's a
no, don't
deep
have
dive
one.
of all
Don't have one.
Shroudofturum.net.
Not.
/
might be-
Josh.
The other thing
Deep
is I might
dive.
be saying it wrong, so someone's going to come knock on my door and be like, "It's the shroud of this," and it's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know." I feel really scared now. Can I stop talking?
Yeah. You be done. It's okay. Take a break, bud.
Sit this next one out, champ.
Thanks.
So I didn't give this white elephant gift, but one of my friends did. And actually, I do think it was here at the river. I just think it's hilarious. She got a Brita pitcher, like a water pitcher,
Yeah.
filled it with water, and had goldfish in it. And wrapped it up
Oh my
and
gosh.
gave it.
Why is this thing
everything
so
about
heavy?
that.
Oh, that's why.
It's living.
This water tastes hilarious.
But like they're just swimming around in there, and like
Clean water.
what do you do with
Yeah.
that? That's the best part. That's what's funny about it is
I
because
think I
like
remember
now
the person, I remember person taking it home and actually taking care of the fish and loving the fish. Which it's great.
I mean, the fish eventually went to be with Jesus, but
They expired.
as those goldfish tend to do,
Yeah.
their lifespans are very short.
Have you seen the picture of the guy who caught the massive goldfish in a lake?
67.
that real?
It's real.
Yeah, it's in the UK. They don't lie over there.
They'll just grow forever if they're
That's
kept alive.
true. I did know that about goldfish, so that's insane. Was he allowed to keep it, or did he have to like put
He
it
had
back?
a giant fishbowl in his backyard, so it worked out.
He was ready.
It was one of those water towers just upside down, and just put it in there.
It was just swimming.
Here's your flakes.
Here's what I've found about the white elephant is that, yes, you got to have the silly, goofy junk stuff because it makes it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But also to make it interesting, you have to have some actually good things in
Correct.
there because that's what gets the stealing going and the competitiveness and all that stuff. So there was one year where I actually ended up bringing what ended up being the coveted gift.
Nice.
And I was pretty proud of myself. I got one of those like foam cones from a craft store that I think you'd use for like floral arrangements was one of those. And I got 25 $1 bills and I folded them up in such a way and pinned them that it looked like a Christmas tree
That is
on the
clever.
cone. Huh?
Clever.
Oh, thank you. And I just put that in a bag and everybody wanted that because who doesn't want cash?
Right.
Cold
looks
hard
cute.
cash. Well, I don't think they cared about that. But cold hard cash. That's what everyone wants. That's what was causing the fights. That's what was getting the real Christmas spirit flowing. So I don't know, but junk is also funny.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you were going to talk about one of the gifts that I got one year was a Play-Doh set. Brown Play-Doh with a mold.
Oh yeah, it was like a poop emoji.
It was
Play-Doh?
not an
It's
emoji.
ice cream.
Just-
It was nope. It was just a log maker.
That's worse than just saying poop.
Oh, is it? Okay. It was a poop maker, and you could leave it lying around somewhere and fool people. That was one of my favorites, and I thought,
Did you ever like mess with people?
yeah, totally. Like, oops, something happened. I got surprised.
Okay. Well, on that note, log makers. We wish you a merry Logmas.
You started this, okay?
I didn't. Absolutely did not. But I will finish it. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe to this podcast. I hope that you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.
This podcast is another River Impact production. You can find more podcasts like this one at riverradio.com. And if you like what you're hearing, make sure to subscribe wherever you're listening now. And be sure to tell a friend so they can listen too.